MVP, because basically what you're trying to do is to find that sweet spot between what your assumptions are. Because when you're ideating, most of the time what you do is you build up an assumption in your head, and then you start, based on those assumptions, you start creating hypotheses that you're going to use your MVP to validate. So basically, what you need a situation where you're able to confirm. So in our own case, we needed to validate that, okay, we think that people need access to fashion products, but the question is that actually a problem? Do I have a problem driving to phase one or wherever else to look for the products that I need? Or do I have a problem scrolling through all the 100 million Instagram pages to find what it is that I need? You get? So like our own assumption is, okay, people would rather go to one place and find most of the things they need. It is easier, it is convenient. But it's possible. So if you have 100 people, you might have 5 people that think, oh, I like to try on what I want to buy before making a purchase and things like that. So anyway, okay, why do you need an MVP? One is market validation. We need to confirm that the market need exists, meaning that there are people that actually have this problem that we're trying to solve. Two is to determine who our users are. It's not everybody that is going to be your customer. It's not everybody that is going to use your product, which is where segmentation comes in. At the point of defining what your product is and how it serves the public, you need to understand who that public is. There's a huge addressable market, but within that addressable market, who is your target market? Who are you able and are you going to serve? Those are the people that are going to that your products are going to is your product is going to resonate with. And those are the people that you need to focus on when you are tweaking and determining what works and what does not. Then you have your hypothesis testing. Again, remember that we're discussing what your MVP should do for you. Your hypothesis is something that you came up with when you had assumptions during your ideation process. Ideation is the process of determining how, if this idea actually makes sense, or you have a pool of ideas and you're determining, okay, this one we can solve. If we solve it, we're going to do XYZ, and we're going to do it for ABC people. We're going to this, we're going to that. These are the things that we need to do. These are the problems that people have. All of these are assumptions. And based off of those assumptions, you develop hypotheses. Your hypotheses are, example, as a user, so a user story, for example, is a hypothesis. A high level hypothesis is, okay, users have this problem, and if we do XYZ, we'll be able. So, okay, let me use my own example again. Users have a problem with shopping, and our assumption is, okay, access is one of the problems. Okay, if I create a one-stop shop and they are able to come into that place to do that shopping, how does that solve that user problem? Yes, it might. That's the hypothesis, rather, that is based off of assumption. Now, elimination of bias is also a very important thing that you need to do. And why is this? Because a lot of times, like I said, remember that we said in your ideation process, most of the time, the problem is coming from you. The problem is you have experienced that problem, or you have seen somebody that has experienced a problem. You've observed the problem, and you have a bias towards that problem, or towards the solution that you think is ideal to solve that problem. That bias may be wrong. So you need to go to the market, test and confirm and validate that, okay, these things that I actually thought, they are not actually where the problem is. So the problems are, on this other side. So I will give you an example of ProduqtEdge, for instance. When we started ProduqtEdge in 2018, one of the first feedback that I got from clients was, Yewande, we need you to come in-house. And I'm like, if I come in-house for you, how do I serve my other clients? But when I was thinking of ProduqtEdge, starting product management as a service, I didn't think of it from that perspective. I knew that product management was a problem in organizations. But I didn't in my wildest dreams, I didn't think that everybody would say, okay, no, they would rather have their team in-house. Do you get? So we needed to start thinking of, okay, how do we solve that problem? That's a different problem. That's different from, so the problem exists. Yes, it did. Is there a gap? Yes, there is. How are you solving the problem? Do you get? That's where the solutioning comes in. So most important of all is the viability of the idea. Okay, so we have confirmed that the problem exists. We have confirmed that the solution exists and the solution makes sense. The solution is something that people actually want. Will people pay for it? One. Two, are there enough people? Are there enough? Is the market size big enough that it actually justifies the risk of building this business? So again, those are the things that your MVP helps you to do.